Going on, guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is Thursday, April 24th. We are almost there. We are almost at the weekend. We have a 9-game MLB schedule on tap for today. 9 because we have a doubleheader being played today. The Kansas City Colorado game was rained out last night, so the makeup game being played today. Real quick, a recap of our yesterday. We went 8-6 on our money line / spread picks. 8-6 on our over-unders. Both of our dollar parlay plays of the day missed by a leg. So in our eyes, it was a mediocre day. We want to hit a parlay. We're trying to do at least 5 games over 500. So very mediocre. Guys, do not forget our dollar parlay plays of the day at the end. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. All right, first game up, we got the White Sox in Minnesota taking on the Twins. And this one today, we're playing the Twins to cover the point spread, to cover the 1.5 points. The game total is set at 8, and we like over 8 points today. For the hitting props, 2 total bases, we're taking 2 Twins in this one. We're going with Ty France, as well as Carlos Carrera. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're taking Smith of the White Sox to go under his line, under 4.5 Ks, but we're playing Paddock of the Twins to go over 5.5 strikeouts in this game. All right, up next, we got the Seattle Mariners in Boston to play the Red Sox. Seattle taking this one yesterday. Today, we're playing Boston on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and we like over 8 total points here. For the batting props, 2 total bases. We're taking 2 Red Sox here. We're taking Campbell as well as Story. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're taking 2 overs here. We have Wu of Seattle going over, and Crochet of the Boston Red Sox going over 7.5. So Wu over 5.5, Crochet over 7.5. All right, on after that, we got the Colorado Rockies Kansas City Royals game. This will be the first one being played today, and we're taking Kansas City on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like under in this one, under 8.5 total points. For our batting props, we're taking 2 Kansas City Royals here. We're taking Bobby Witt Jr. and Salvador Perez of the Royals. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're taking the over again for both starting pitchers in this one. We're taking Marquez of the Rockies to go over 3.5 Ks. We're taking Reagans to go over 8.5 strikeouts today. Moving along, we got the Milwaukee Brewers in San Francisco wrapping up this series with the Giants. This has been a very good series. Today, we're taking San Francisco on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and we like the under in this one. For our hitting props, 2 total bases. We're taking 2 Giants. We're taking Fitzgerald as well as Chapman. Then we look at our pitching props. We have Myers of Milwaukee to go under his 3.5 Ks. This will be his first start of the season. And Roop of San Francisco, we're taking him to go over 5.5 strikeouts. All right, after that, we have the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Washington Nationals. We're taking the Nationals on the money line here. Baltimore's favored in this matchup, so we're playing Washington on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the under in this one. Under 8.5 total runs. For the batting props, 2 total bases. We're taking Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles, and we're taking Lowe of the Washington Nationals. Then we look at our pitching props. We're playing Povich of the Baltimore Orioles to go under 4.5 Ks, and we're playing Gore of the Nationals. This will be our biggest, I wouldn't say reach, but I would say stretch today because of his line. 7.5, we're playing over for Gore. I could definitely see him getting it, but this has been his highest line so far for the season. But we still like the over. Alrighty, on after that, we got a series that has really surprised me. Pittsburgh in Los Angeles, and they have been beating up on the Angels. Today, we are taking the Angels to cover the 1.5 point spread. The game total is set at 9, and we like under 9 total points here. For our batting props, 2 total bases, we'll be taking 2 Angels here today. We're taking Trout and Ohapi. Then we move on to our pitching props, and we're playing the overs for both starting pitchers here. We're playing the over for Mozeliak and over for Anderson. Mozeliak over 4.5 strikeouts, Anderson over 5.5 strikeouts. Continuing along, after that, we got the second of the doubleheaders, the Colorado Rockies and the Kansas City Royals. And in this one, we're playing Colorado on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we're playing over 8.5 total runs. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, we'll be playing Goodman of the Colorado Rockies and Bobby Witt Jr. of the Kansas City Royals. Then for our pitching props, we're playing the overs for both starting pitchers here. We're taking Dollander of the Colorado Rockies to go over 4.5 strikeouts. Lorenzen of the Kansas City Royals to go over 4.5 strikeouts as well. Then we move along. Tampa Bay versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Tampa Bay taking this one yesterday. Today we're playing Arizona on the money line. The game total is set at 8, and we like the over total 8 points. Onto our hitting props, 2 total bases when we're playing Naylor of the D-backs as well as Smith of the Diamondbacks. Then we look at our pitching props here today, and we're playing the unders for both starting pitchers. Rasmussen to go under 4.5 strikeouts and Burns to go under 5.5 strikeouts today. All right, down to our last game of the series 2. It's the Texas Rangers and the Athletics. We have called these games correct every day. Today we are playing Texas to cover the 1.5 point spread, as they are favored in this one. For the game total, 9 points. We like under 9 points here today. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Soderstrom of the Athletics and Langford of the Texas Rangers. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're playing DeGrom of the Texas Rangers to go under 6.5 strikeouts. And we're playing Jin of the Athletics to go over 4.5 Ks today. All right, guys, before we get up out of here, our dollar parlay plays of the day. We'll start off with our pitching props parlay. We go to Seattle to take starting pitcher Wu to go over the line. Mozeliak of the Pittsburgh Pirates to go over his line. Burns of the Arizona Diamondbacks to go under his line. San Francisco starting pitcher Roop to go over his line. And Baltimore Orioles starting pitcher Povich to go over his line. All five of those gentlemen in dollar parlay should pay $22 to $24. Then we move on to our hitting props parlay. And we're going to Arizona Diamondbacks. Naylor for 2 total bases. Cruz of the Washington Nationals. Dylan Cruz of the Washington Nationals. Brett Rooker of the Athletics. Bregman of the Boston Red Sox. And Mike Trout of the Los Angeles Angels. All 5 of those gentlemen in a dollar parlay should pay around $45. Once again, guys, we're close to the weekend. Good luck to everyone out there. And I hope to catch you guys on the next one.